In the complex realm of human interactions between a variety of tiny signals, frequently go overlooked, yet they can disclose unspoken sentiments of interest. These unspoken clues are interwoven throughout daily existence, and acknowledging them can offer deep understanding of someone's accurate today. We will explore 7 different emotions. Important indicators that a woman might be. All of these are secretly attracted to you. Signs are not just arbitrary actions, but is backed by a wealth of psychological studies, as well as research on these indicators, can change your perspective on social interactions that let you go around links with increased consciousness and empathy. Consider having the ability to decode these subliminal cues that could otherwise be rejected or ignored. This information can empower you to cultivate more profound relationships and cultivate deeper connections. Attraction is a complicated and subtle phenomenon, experience that is frequently expressed through a language of actions and non-verbal clues. By becoming aware of these indicators, you can obtain a better comprehension of the dynamics at work in your encounters that psychologists have had for a long time. Examine the complex human dance attractiveness, revealing trends and actions that regularly point to individuals. These indications of interest are not merely observations that are anchored in anecdotal evidence in scientific studies, offering a dependable basis for interpretation social cues, the capacity to identify. These indicators can improve your intuition is assisting you in responding more efficiently to others in your vicinity. So, which 7 indicators are these, and how can they assist you in uncovering the hidden communications in your exchanges? By closely examining each indicator, you will acquire a greater understanding of the nuances of human attraction. Exploration of the psychology of attraction will provide you with the necessary resources to identify when a woman is covertly drawn to you, enabling you to establish a connection more profoundly. If you're fresh to here, kindly subscribe and like the video. According to statistics, only 15% of the audience has signed up for the channel. Therefore, if this information has been useful to you in any how, I request that you hit the subscribe button and bell notice. Let's return to the first topic is the lingering. Examine one of the most revealing indicators that a woman harbors an unconscious attraction to you are the lingering. This is more than just a quick peek, but a momentarily fixed glance longer than typical, frequently coupled with a certain level of intensity and warmth. Such a look can be profoundly exposing that is based on the basic features of the human eye for communicating. Contact is an effective human connection that aids in establishing relationships and express feelings that words frequently fall short of convey. When a woman keeps her eyes communication with you for a longer period of time, it implies that she is considering better comprehending you and is attracted to. You psychologists have a lot of examined how eye contact functions in attraction, discovering that extended eye contact can heighten emotions of closeness and bonding. When someone keeps your attention, it usually indicates that they are more enthusiastic and involved, establishing a feeling of intimacy and reciprocity. Being aware of this subtle yet potent symbol can provide valuable insight about an individual's sentiments and goals, which makes it a crucial indicator to identify in social interactions. In addition to the residual, a lady may also use a gaze as a means of express her interest without utilizing the persistent look. In numerous social circumstances, verbal attraction-related expressions can be uncomfortable or challenging, but a persistent quick look can convey a lot without the necessity of speech, which can serve as a means of her to see how you're responding and whether you reciprocate her interest and create a quiet connection. Alongside additionally, there are psychological aspects, physiological explanations on why they persist. In a quick look is a powerful sign of attraction. When we find ourselves drawn to someone causes our pupils to enlarge, and we may unintentionally concentrate more on we are interested in this natural person. The body uses this reaction as a means of expressing interest and forging a connection. When a woman is seen holding your gaze, is more than just a conscious choice. Her body is likewise reacting on her end to the attraction she felt. From a pragmatic perspective, acknowledging a lingering look can guide you. Social settings more successfully, it can provide you with the courage to approach her or to return her enthusiasm for subtly methods for deciphering. This sign can also avoid miscommunications or overlooked chances that let you develop deeper and more significant relationships. Moreover, a prolonged look is frequently along with additional nonverbal clues. These may include a small smile, brows, or even a small inclination of These extra messages can further substantiate her assistance and interest. You have a better understanding of her emotions. Observing these mixed signals can offer a more thorough awareness of her appeal. In conclusion, the final look is a strong and complex symbol of secrecy attractiveness, which includes psychological, physiological, and useful components that make it an essential sign to look out for by identifying, and you can benefit from knowing this sign. Deeper understanding of a woman's emotions and manage your communications with increased self-awareness and self-assurance. So, next, when in a social situation, pay attention to their eyes. They could be revealing more to you than you may imagine. 2 of the subtle, the delicate touch. Touch in the complex human relationship. The delicate touch acts as the important sign of attraction. When in her heart a woman is drawn to you, may start with little gestures that express ease and intimacy. These touches are frequently gentle and succinct, yet have deep significance in the field of non-verbal exchanges. One essential component of human nature is touch, link that transmits a variety of feelings and goals, from a kind rub up against your arm for a light-hearted tap. These motions on your shoulder are not simply coincidental, but intentional manifestations of interest-based social psychology. Research has demonstrated that touch can improve sentiments of intimacy and trust between. For individuals, it is a potent instrument for fostering rapport and creating a relationship that goes beyond words. From a Stoic viewpoint, comprehending the importance of touch is consistent with concepts of consciousness and Stoicism and mindfulness, inspire us to be mindful of our feelings, and identifying the subtle feelings of others, indicators that disclose underlying sentiments. When a female starts subtly touching, it lets her know that she feels at ease and secure in your company. Key elements of attraction. Furthermore, the value of touch goes beyond its direct physical experience. It produces a moment of intimacy between 2 people, encouraging a closer relationship between 2 people. Whether it's a comforting back pat or a light-hearted, these nudging motions frequently express more than words can convey. They indicate a yearning for intimacy and a readiness to close the distance between 2 individuals. Psychological contact causes oxytocin to be released, frequently known as the bonding hormone. This is essential to the formation of feeling relationships. That this hormone fosters sentiments of trust and lowers tension, strengthening the favorable connections generated by physical contact between a woman gives you a subtle but purposeful way that shows her emotional commitment and a desire to create a stronger bond. In practical terms, acknowledging the subtle touch can improve your capacity to analyze social cues and react. Consequently, it enables you to return the favor. her desire for a polite and meaningfully promoting mutual comprehension and gratitude by paying attention to these. You can use non-verbal cues to navigate more empathetic social interactions, and wisdom to encapsulate the subtle touch is a subtle yet potent indicator of hidden charm that is beyond description, expressing feelings and intentions with grace and subtlety. By recognizing and comprehending this indication that you can expand your understanding of her emotions and foster a sincere relationship founded on attraction and respect. Thus, take note of these actions that could provide additional insight about her sentiments before she understands the third, the unsaid. In the field of attraction, compliments, unspoken. Accolades. Subtle praise frequently acts as hidden clues of significance when the woman is secretly drawn to you. May convey gratitude or admiration in nuanced ways that transcend straightforward spoken confirmations of these unsaid praises can be seen in the words she uses, voice, or the manner in which she recognizes your traits or deeds. These small praises have psychological benefits. Serve two purposes. First, they act as a way to establish rapport and building a constructive relationship by emphasizing your attributes or strengths. She expresses her admiration in a subtle way, and curiosity generating a positive. Secondly, these compliments can also be an indirect method, communication that enables her to articulate attraction without expressing it directly. Social psychology research emphasizes the importance of subtle. In interpersonal dynamics, compliments, research has indicated that favorable reinforcement and subliminal recognition of a person's attributes can enhance sensations of attraction and admiration. When a woman gives you compliments, accomplishments, qualities, or even simple gestures, that she is not merely praising her, while also indicating admiration and curiosity. From a Stoic viewpoint, acknowledging these unsaid compliments is consistent with the values of awareness, empathy, and Stoicism, inspires us to be aware of our relationships and emotionally sensitive of other people. By taking note of these tiny clues that provide deeper understanding into her intentions and sentiments, cultivating a deeper relationship founded on mutual understanding. In addition to the skill of giving unsaid praise, is not limited to. It goes beyond just words and includes expressions, gestures, and even non-verbal signals that express appreciation and gratitude. A grin and a nod of agreement or a considerate gesture speaks volumes about her allure and respect for you. These little manifestations of a common language is created through conversation, of relationship, strengthening the ties between. Practically speaking, two people are receptive to these implicit praises, enables you to return her interest in a sincere and courteous way. It allows you to recognize her appreciation and reply with thanks, enhancing the emotional relationship between you. By appreciating this subtle displays of interest in you, exhibit tact and traits of concentration that increase respect and understanding between. In summary, non-verbal praise is a subtle yet potent indication of interest. They communicate beyond words, subtlety in intents and feelings, and grace. By admitting and by comprehending these indicators, you can enhance your comprehension of her emotions and build a sincere relationship based on quantity of mutual attraction and regard. 4. The captivating, the interesting discussions. One of the most obvious indicators is talks that a woman harbors an unconscious attraction to. She is keen to participate in meaningful discussions when someone truly shows interest in. They frequently look for chances to establish a connection through conversation that goes above the surface, interactions within the framework of attraction. These discussions act as a link for greater comprehension and emotional, psychologically stimulating link. Conversations are a strong predictor of rapport and shared interest. When a lady is drawn to you, she will probably start or enthusiastically engage in conversations that examine your ideas, passions, and feels. This direct involvement enables her to learn more about your character and principles. When communicating, her personal viewpoints and research on emotions in interpersonal communication emphasizes how crucial some important discussions in constructing links research has indicated that engaging and transparent dialogues can greatly add to the emotions of intimacy and allure between people. When someone devotes time and vigor when talking about subjects of shared interest, it shows a will to create a deep relationship that goes beyond shallow exchanges between Stoic viewpoints, stimulating discussions and alignment with moral values. And knowing Stoicism motivates us to participate in meaningful conversations that encourages growth and learning on both sides by engaging in significant interactions. You treat her with respect, emotions, and intellect, creating a connection founded on common values and interests. Furthermore, the characteristics of these discussions can provide nuances of attraction, focus on her physique, language, voice, intonation, and the subjects she decides to talk about. A woman who is indications of being secretly attracted to you, of zeal, attentive hearing, and sincere curiosity about your ideas and comments regarding these verbal and non-verbal clues are complementary communication that offers extra layers of understanding of her emotions. Practically caring and interacting talks enables you to expand your relationship with her throughout time. It offers a chance to investigate personal experiences shared by people with similar interests and develop emotional intimacy by appreciating these exchanges and showing interest in return. With sincere interest and focus on you, lay the groundwork for a significant and satisfying connection. Number 5. The subtle emotions in the complex dance of subtle expressions of attraction frequently communicate volumes about thoughts that are not expressed. When the woman is secretly drawn to you, may use subtle ways to convey her feelings, but significant motions that express affection, concern, and a desire for. These expressions of closeness transcend language, revealing details about her emotional state and her desire to construct a relationship with you on a psychological level. Subtle motions are essential in the impact of nonverbal communication on how people view and react to each other when you're being drawn to someone. They might make motions like gently, playfully nudging, or thinking behaviors such as keeping track of little details. These behaviors are subtle about you, signs of her desire and devotion to establish a social psychology. Studies on bonds highlights the importance of nonverbal indicators of interest and relationship building. Research has indicated because even basic actions such as a light, supportive gesture or a pat on the arm can intensify intimate feelings and relationship between people. These actions convey compassion, comprehension, and a readiness to create an emotive intimacy. From a Stoic standpoint, understanding and valuing subtle movements that are consistent with the ideas of Stoicism, awareness, and mindfulness motivates us to pay attention and comprehend the feelings and motivations underlying these actions that promote closer ties founded on respect for one another and sincere interest. By recognizing and warmly returning these gestures in return and honesty, you cultivate a constructive and enhancing dynamic relationships, essentially observing subtle gestures that let you figure out who she is, sentiments, and show consideration by observing how she engages with you in a variety of situations, and keep the context in mind. When a lady makes these gestures, whoever is secretly drawn to you might display affection by using subtle acts of generosity, assistance, or physical intimacy, expressing her wish to enhance your relationship in a subtle way. Gestures are a potent symbol of the hidden attraction of women. Her emotions are expressed through her nonverbal clues. and plans to provide useful understanding of her emotions by becoming aware of and receptive to these actions that can cultivate a deeper relationship based on mutual comprehension, genuineness, and emotional closeness. Love, cherish these times of subtle relationship because they could indicate an expanding bond and the possibility of a meaningful connection. Before number 6, sentimental transparency. When a lady is covertly drawn to you, one of the indications that frequently shows up as her readiness to open up. This goes beyond casual on an emotional level dialogue. It entails a more profound level of expressing one's own ideas and views, and feels that being emotionally open is the important symbol of trust and a wish to establish a deep connection. Emotional openness in psychology is essential for fostering closeness and bolstering connections. When someone feels drawn to you, they might feel at ease disclosing elements of their life in which they would not normally reveal to others, which may include discussing their worries and dreams, prior encounters, or even talking about their vulnerability. Analysis in social psychology emphasizes that emotional disclosure encourages intimacy and improves relationships satisfaction. Research has indicated that couples who take part in significant discussions and exchange emotive experiences typically form closer ties and a deeper connection. Longevity. This transparency fosters a feeling of empathy and understanding amongst people. They are essential components in creating a strong bond. From a Stoic viewpoint that embraces emotional transparency, conforms to the values of authenticity, and Stoicism about vulnerability, pushes us to be sincere in our communication and to develop empathy for other people by establishing a secure environment for emotional expressiveness and attentive listening. Without passing judgment, you show your readiness to comprehend and provide help. Her sentimental must practically consider, how does she share when she talks to you? Personal tales, or ask for your thoughts on, does she feel at ease handling delicate matters? Talking about her emotions and expressing her feelings honestly, they are indications that she trusts you and respects your viewpoint. Sufficient to confide in you, suggesting a possible love interest in an overview, engaging in respectful conversation. Emotional transparency is a potent indication of a woman's covert interest, shows that she is prepared to create a stronger bond founded on empathy and trust and understanding between people. By cultivating a nurturing setting for emotional expression and giving back to kindness, you cultivate a significant partnership based on genuineness and closeness on an emotional level. Accept these open-minded situations as chances to deepen your relationship and investigate the possibility of a satisfying relationship. Respectfully, collectively. Number 7. The last indication that a woman is engaged, she might be secretly drawn to you. Politely participating in discussions and interactions that go beyond simple. Being courteous requires a sincere interest in your ideas, opinions, and well-being. When a person is drawn to, they frequently exhibit an elevated amount of deference and thoughtfulness in their courteous exchanges. Respectful participation can be seen in a variety of actions. She might actively listen, for example. Keep your eyes on the speaker and be genuinely interested in your life. And hobbies. She might recall specifics. You brought them up and shared them earlier. In subsequent discussions, suggesting that she appreciates your opinions and viewpoints that are respectful of psychology. Engagement is an expression of respect. With research interest in social. According to psychology, people typically mimic the actions of people they come across. Appealing, such as demonstrating deference, and this behavior contributes to the development of good rapport and cultivates a feeling of respect for one another and gratitude from a Stoic perspective. Respectful interaction is consistent with values of morality and interpersonal. Stoic ethics place a strong emphasis on treating others with respect and decency, irrespective of their position or connection to us, by proving respect in your dealings and recognizing her feelings and thoughts. You establish a basis of reciprocal respect and practical comprehension. Watch how she interacts with you. In what circumstances does she actively engage in dialogue and ask intelligent questions and demonstrate curiosity? How do you think she treats you? With regard and courtesy in both public and private contexts, these actions show that she appreciates your presence and takes pleasure in engaging with you. Finally, on a deeper level, engaging in polite conversation is a subtle but important characteristic of a woman's. It reflects her secret attraction, admiration, and a desire to establish a deep relationship with you founded on respect for one another and sincere communication by paying attention in return. With empathy and respect, you establish an encouraging setting for deeper potential and an emotional bond. Accept these indications of romantic attachment, of civil interaction as chances to deepen your relationship, and investigate the possibility of a satisfying partnership. In concluding, comprehension of these subtle indicators can give you the ability to navigate relationships with more sensitivity and understanding. Are both of these indicators derived from psychological studies? These Stoic ideals provide a glimpse into the complex human language, making a connection via identifying and reacting. By carefully responding to these signs, you can cultivate more meaningful ties, connections, and understanding between parties. Keep in mind that human interactions are complicated, and these indications are not conclusive evidence of attraction in all situations. Individuals' actions can be impacted by a number of circumstances. Thus, it's crucial to approach these revelations with compassion and respect while negotiating your own exchanges. Remember the wisdom of the Stoic Marcus Aurelius and others philosophers.